when is the time to move on from being like a pure researcher where you handle with the data, you collect your own data, you interpret your own data, and then you move like to be a kind of a manager of the data set and of science.
Right.
When is that point arriving?
But that point comes, I mean, it's required as a university professor that you go from the assistant to the associate to the full, and, you know, the rule is very simple, to get an associate professor means that you're on track, you've established yourself as a scientist of promise, you've demonstrated the ability to do excellent work and get it published. To become a full professor, you have to have an international reputation. You have to show leadership, right? So between the associate to full professor level, whatever point that would be in an oil company, to get a PhD, typically you get tenure 6 to 7 years, maybe 10 years after you get your PhD, depending on how many postdocs you do. And then, maybe another 10 years. So 20 years into your career, you're expected to be a leader in your science. And that involves, leadership may involve running a research program. It could involve running the community. For example, you have a session or a meeting, or you organize a conference in an area that you're interested in, and you bring all the experts together to see if the whole community can move the science forward. I mean, at some point, you have to recognize that, A, it's not all about you, and you have to be interested enough in your science. You realize, you can't solve all the problems of your science. A, you need help. You need other people to help obtain the goals. And maybe you want to foster or mentor the community to further those goals. So it doesn't have to be just what you do as much as what you're able to get other people to do to move the science forward.